What's up, fam? How's everybody doing out there? We love to see it. We're back. We're live.
Yes.
And we're raging right now. We're about to have some fun on this episode of the Good Game Report Podcast. We have a great schedule and agenda lined up. We're going to talk about everything new about Apex. We're going to talk about some Fortnite stuff. Tony Hawk, Pro Skater, Valorant updates, huge mega sale in the Apex Games launcher store thingamajiggy. We're going to talk about video game industry as a whole. And then for the last discussion, we are going to cast an Apex Legends Netflix series. That's correct. We're going to go through every character. We all did our prep work on our end, and we're going to have a great time going into this. And we want you to play as well. So if you're listening and watching live on Twitch right now, what's up, baby? If you're listening in the future, you can play along as well and think about some fun things. We're going to have fun with that one. But without further ado, let's get a double what's up to Mendy over here. Yo, Menders, what's poppin', homie? How you doing?
I'm good, fam. How are you?
We got Menders on site, new location, new
Yes.
chair, same Mendy. It's lit. Mendy, let me get a year for the years.
Yeah.
Let me get a double year for the years.
Yeah.
Let's get a triple year for the year.
Yeah.
Thank you so much, Mendy, and it's good to see you once on screen. It's
Two
just
times
great to have you here.
was too much. One
It's
time
great
is
to have
more
you
than
here.
enough.
Yo, Mendy, who's this guy next to us?
I don't know. He's actually above us now.
He's
Had to-
above us? King
Yeah.
of the castle?
King of the freaking castle.
I think that's a good spot for him.
Mhm.
As many probably do know, it's our friend, it's our homie, podcast vet, Apex, Mr. Apex himself. I have the Danks. Danky, what's up, baby?
Maggie! Yo, what's up, Uncle Stav 21, cousin Chris? How we doing?
Dude, we're doing great, brother. We're doing great. Thank you so much for coming back on the podcast. It's great to see you. Great to have you back. How you living, baby?
Oh, large, baby. Always. How you living, Uncle Stav? It's great to be here.
Just chilling, man. Having a little Celsius but ready to slap together a nice little podcast, man. Thank you so much for coming on. It's always nice to have you here and all the woofers out there coming by and always supporting big to the podcast. So it's great to have them there. Yeah, man. How things been doing since the last time? It's been since
It's been a little
season
while.
4.
Yeah.
Season 4 of Apex that you've been on. So how's everything kind of been since then?
Dude, it's been really solid. I mean, streams are popping. Get to hang out with you guys a ton. We've been playing a lot of Valorant, Apex, everything in between. Monops, golf with friends. But life's good. I mean, moved back home to save some guap. Big chilling though. We got Papa Danks. We got Sister Danks. I mean, we got the family here. It's a good time to be home. But life's good, baby. Life's good.
Yeah, and for anybody who's not out there, if you want to just give them a little brief introduction, maybe who Danky is, and you know what you kind of do. You kind of touched on it a little bit there, but if anybody's new to the podcast and hasn't seen the Danky, a little brief intro for the boy.
Yeah, absolutely. My name is Sean. I have the Danks, better known as Danky, and I stream Apex and Valorant, a little Rocket League here and there, Warzone, but. Like to keep the vibes high, pretty chill streamer, semi-goated, definitely roaded. And yeah, I mean, that's what I'm about.
Dude, count me in. You can definitely
me.
count me in for that. Yo, since the last podcast, you kind of did invent this Danky character, and I freaking love it because now it's just like branched off to so many of the people that we like chat with like almost on a daily basis. So what did Danky start in Pummel Party that one night, and then all of a sudden you were just like, boom, Danky.
You know, I think it may have been Dinger Drew at some point started out saying Danky just around the apartment, and after that, I mean, we have it's really fun to say your own name a lot and repeatedly and to your friends. And so I think Danky took on, a character of his own and has since grown into who I am now. Like sometimes I wake up, I'm Sean. Sometimes I wake up, I'm Danks. But every day I wake up, I'm Danky.
always dankying around.
It's like Bruce Wayne trying to figure out if he's Batman or himself. Is it Danky or Danky?
It's always danky. It's always high. I'm even taking this. Stavi Buckets was created from that.
True.
But I was like trying to think like what has happened since the last time we were on, and the biggest thing that came to mind was Dankies. But I love Danky. I love Sean. I love Danky. I love IHaveTheDanks. I love Danks. I love the whole kit and caboodle over there, man.
Thank you. Thank you.
Sean, this will be the nicest thing I'll say to you the entire time. I appreciate all you've done for the Good Game Report, for myself. I'm sure I can speak for Mendy when I say you've helped him out a lot too. It's been great getting to know you over these past couple months.
Thank you.
And your stream's awesome. I love going in, love chilling. I love the entire Wolf Pack. Everybody, it's a nice community you have going over there. You're killing it. Keep it up. Definitely check him out if you haven't. If you had to describe your stream in one word, what would it be?
I mean, one word comes to mind.
Thank you.
Starts with the D, ends with an E. Thank you.
You love to see it. Everybody highly suggest checking them out. It's a great little fun time that you have over there, and you got to see Danky, and it's just great. So, how's the stream going? You mentioned it's been going good. I'm always popping in. It's always jiving. It's always going nuts. So it's been going good since the last time.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, the Dank Dog Pack growing bigger every day. We love that. Big Woofs, Big Preach, everyone who continues to support the boy. We did a fundraiser for our very own, one of the dankest dogs, Lil Mo Peeps. She found herself in a tough situation, had to sell her PC, wasn't able to stream how she wanted, and the Dank Dog Pack really came together, and we were able to raise $1,500 for Mo to get her that new PC. We did it in under a month. It was incredible, but I think that's the biggest news that's come through the Dank Dog Pack in the last few months since I've been on.
No, that was so cool to see it, like, start, just like, the love towards Mo and the community, because she's awesome. Like, she's literally like the best. She's so chill. I remember when we did Twitch Sings with her, and she was just a blast that entire night on Twitch Sings, and great voice, by the way.
Yeah,
like, killer.
Killed it. And it was so cool to see, you put it together, and then the community itself, get behind it for someone who's so supportive. So congrats on that, and congrats to everybody, in the woofers out there to help support Mo, because that was awesome. I loved that entire month. It was just so cool to see it come to fruition. And she just got the PC. And she's doing some rippies on it. So big shout out to Mo. Big shout out to anybody who helped in the month long, fundraiser. It was just really cool to see everybody kind of come together and show the support. What are you playing now? You've been dabbling a little bit in some games over here, Danky. Like before, it was a lot of Apex, but since the last time you were on, I've seen a couple games over there.
Yeah, I mean, we've definitely been, trying our hand at some Valorant recently, which has been a ton of fun. So first game playing on mouse and keys. It's been a great learning experience. Got to play with both you and Mendy, Lambosis, Dr. Droom, Yvonne, and so many more people. But it's a ton of fun. I don't think it's quite as exciting to watch as Apex maybe, or some other games. But once you play it, it is just crazy. I mean, even like Lambo, he was watching the game. He's like, dude, this doesn't look for me. Like, I would never play this. And now Lambo is the most goated out of all of us, but wouldn't expect anything less. Also, shout out Lambo. Happy birthday.
Happy birthday, Lambo.
Big shout out to Lambo. Turned 37 today. Big grats. You love to hear it.
True.
But I think mostly just Apex and Valorant with the occasional game night thrown in. You mix in some golf with friends, some Monops, some Pummel Party. But it's been solid. I mean, both games. I love having multiple games to play that I really enjoy.
Yeah, I think we all love Valorant. Great to see that. I love I love all your streams, but your Apex streams are so entertaining to watch because one, you're really good at it. You're really good at
Thanks,
Valorant
man.
too,
I
but you're
think it's
really good at
also
Apex.
the team as well, like the guys that you're playing with. You guys all
Yeah.
like the way you communicate with each other. It's friends, and then it turns into like competitive mode.
Oh yeah, I would definitely agree with that.
And obviously, as we roll into the first general discussion, you've been slapping the new season. Has a lot of Apex fans have been playing the new season. Came out last Tuesday, I believe, was the first day. Was it Tuesday or Wednesday?
Tuesday,
Tuesday
yeah.
is out. So let's get into it. First thing, I think it was trending on Tuesday. Loba and her
Lobe.
thickness that she brings to the table. Let's start with our guest, Danks. What do we think about Loba?
Dude, amazing. Absolutely. Like Mendy said, low bay. For real. I mean, first impressions, just absolutely stunning. I think Valorant, I think Apex pulled some Fortnite moves and, made a character that was a little thicker. And I think it's caught on because the only thing going on Twitter for like the first 2 days of Loba being released and previously when they were releasing character trailers was just how thick Loba was. And not only is she thick, also a goated legend. Like her ability to teleport between places, either to get high ground, get out of a fight, just move into a fight, like is pretty endless. And then her ultimate being able to steal loot from the surrounding areas, come in clutch so many times. But initial thoughts, super great to look at, awesome finishing moves, and a go-to player. I don't know if she'll make her way into the ranked scene as much.
I was going to ask you about
There's
that.
a possibility. I've seen some of the top Apex guys playing with her in ranked, but overall, an awesome addition to the current Apex Legends.
Mendy, what do you think about Loba so far?
Pretty much everything Danks said, because everything he says is correct. Big shout out to Danks. You're.
Yeah.
I played Loba a little bit, and I couldn't really get the abilities down. Whenever I was trying to teleport, it would either go to the wrong spot or I do it too early or too late. But I feel like once you get it down, super goated character, and I feel like with Revenant, we're all hyped up about him, and now no one like bats an eye at Revenant. But Loba, I honestly feel like people are going to start playing her in ranked matches just because of the black market ult. You can just kind of steal anything you want, even if it is 2 items per character. I feel like that's a huge lifesaver for either endgame or ranked matches. So I would love to see her being used and how like those top tier level players use her.
I have a question, and I don't think we have an answer yet, but I'm interested to see what you guys think about this. Because we're not at World's Edge right now, right? Or what is it? World's Edge? It's strictly Kings Canyon right now.
Right. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
If World's Edge comes back and you have the vault, is Loba going to be able to use her market outside of a vault where you don't need a key?
I don't think there is an official answer.
Ooh.
I know I'm breaking a lot of minds right now.
I want to say if the door is closed, you can't get in it, but if the door is open, then you can. If it's unlocked.
Do you think that they're pausing this because of her new thing?
Interesting.
Like they're trying to fix it? Because how goated would that be? Like you could just take your squad and hit the new like ultimate charger station thingy and just go down, just you're kitted and you're ready to rock.
That would be pretty sick. I don't know. I haven't read anything or seen anything about if she'll be able to steal items from the vault, but that is really something to think about. I mean, that would make Loba insanely powerful on World's Edge because, I mean, never needing to have a vault key. Like if you just had a Loba on your team and you can just plop that bad boy down right outside the vault, nab the loot and dip. And then also if somebody did have a key, saw it was still locked, went there and found nothing, like that could be, make for some interesting gameplay.
Like you're like, I got the vault key, let's go. And you get there and like everything's yoinked. There's just like regular backpacks just sitting there. You're just like, you gotta be kidding me.
Yeah.
Freaking low, bro.
That would stink. Yeah, you do all the work. I mean, it's not that difficult to get a key, but you have to like cross the map to get there, and then you open it, and you're like,
that'd be such a buzzkill.
Yeah,
That'd be
absolutely.
such a buzzkill. Well, speaking of Kings Canyon, that's currently the only map you can play, right? Do you like how there's only one map, or were you liking the transition between the two before Season 5 started?
I would say I like right now that it's only this map because with all the changes they've made to Kings Canyon, people need some time to be able to get used to the new map, get used to the map changes, find out where they want to drop, where the loot is, and how to tactically play the new map. So I think it's good. They're doing it for the first 2 weeks, and then they're going to bring Season 4 World's Edge back into the map rotation. So for right now, I like that they're giving it 2 weeks so that everybody gets a chance to play on the new map, kind of figure their way around it. And then I will like when the rotation's back as well, because I was really vibing with Season 4 World's Edge.
I loved World's Edge. I liked World's Edge better than Kings Canyon. I didn't have the nostalgia of playing Kings Canyon, so I'm definitely a little, skewed towards liking World's Edge because that's just the first map I played on. But I do like the updates that they did in this. They and Mendy, maybe if you have a couple things that stick out, you can start off something that's a couple things that come to mind if on the new map change, if you have them, then we can go over to Danky after.
I have no idea what it's called, but there's one spot where you can drop in and you press like a computer or something, and it gives everybody their ult inside that area. Do you know what I'm talking about, Danks?
Yeah, I do. I do.
What's
know
the
what you're
official
talking
name
about.
for that?
I believe it's capacitor.
Nice. That's tough.
I love that because you can just dive in there, and then all of your teammates, even if you're Loba, you can have the black market right off rip, and then you can just put it down, and you can have a bunch of stuff ready to go for you. But a bunch of people are also going to go there, so you have to kill everyone first.
Is that only in one spot, or is it spread out across the map?
I don't know. I thought there was more, but I'm not sure.
There are some charge towers spread across the map. I've come across a few that are closed, so I don't know if they open at certain times or if they rotate, if all of them stay open. Every time I've landed a capacitor, they're always open, but I have seen some other ones in various spots that were not open, so I'm not 100% sure on if they're all open all the time or if there's some that are closed at certain points.
Any other big map changes that they made? Isn't like Skulltown like disintegrated or something?
Yeah, rest
R.I.P.
in peace. Yeah. Skulltown is gone and Thunderdome is gone, and they've added this place called the Rig. The Rig is interesting. It's very RNG, and the fact that I've landed there a million times. Sometimes you get a shield, sometimes you get a gun, sometimes you get neither. But a lot of people still like to land there. There's not a ton of loot. I loved Kings Canyon. It was one of my favorite drop spots. But without Skulltown, it does open up the map for a lot of other spots, right? So in some games, at least pre-season 1, season 1, season 2, so many people would land at Skulltown. But now it forces players to land in different spots on the map, so it makes for some more interesting fights. I do like the Rig, and there are some convenient jump towers right there and some POIs around there where you can loot up. But RIP Skulltown for sure.
Was Skulltown, and I don't mean to, this isn't going to be a Fortnite argument, but was Skulltown the tilted towers of Kings Canyon?
I would say so, yeah. That was like the hot spot to like jump into. I feel like that was the fan favorite.
But like not even that, you said it right there, Danky. Like people would land there. Now people are landing other places because so many teams would just say, heck it, we're going Skulltown. Like,
yeah.
Bro, like where are you dropping? Tilted, duh. Like it was Skulltown and Apex. And that was my feeling towards Skulltown, is that you're expecting a hot drop every single time you went there.
Yeah.
You yoink that out of that POI out of there, everybody who went there is now going to a different area and has different rotations, and it changes the game when you alter such a main POI right there. And I saw it in Fortnite when they got rid of Tilted. It changed everything up, and I kind of like it, but I hate it to say. I love going Skull Town. I love just getting into the mess and getting killed right off the rip. Like, that was my thing. I want to be the first one to die every single time in Apex.
I feel that you do a really good job, Uncle Stav.
I was really good at it.
Every time I've watched, I've seen. Yeah, I wasn't 100% sure. I'm glad you confirmed that was your goal.
That was
because that's what it seemed like. I just wasn't sure. Also, shout out Lambo. Happy birthday for correcting me. Salvage is what replaced Skull Town. And
this has to be right about it.
Let's just get Lambo in here.
Yeah.
We can finish up with that. There were some weapon changes similar to what they did in season 4 when the Devotion was switched with the L-Star. This time they take out a fan favorite, the Peacekeeper. They put that in the little spaceship thingy, and they substitute that with the Mastiff. Right?
I'm very curious to what Dank thinks about the switch with the PK and the Mastiff.
I love the Peacekeeper. I think a lot of people like the Peacekeeper.
I also love the Mastiff, though.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I heard right off the rip that the Mastiff doesn't hit for what it was known to hit for, but I've seen a lot of really good hits with the Mastiff so far when I've been watching. So, Danky, what do we think about this switch?
I think it was unnecessary. I like when they implement things that change the game up like that, like moving the Devotion to care packages last season. I didn't think it was 100% necessary. What they basically did was nerf the Mastiff a little bit and then put it all over the map and then make the Peacekeeper a gold gun, right? So it only comes in care packages, and they buffed that a little bit. I have been getting slapped with the Mastiff quite a bit. It's super powerful close range. I hit for 11s. Everybody I face hits for 120s. It's really good. I've never been a fan of the Mastiff. I really liked the Peacekeeper, so it was an unfortunate change for me. I'll pick it up sometimes. I don't love it. I don't think the change was necessary, but I like that they're taking risks and changing where guns fall in the game.
Mendy, you really like the Mastiff, don't you?
I rip with the Mastiff, but the problem is that sometimes you get like a 13 damage at pretty close range. I feel like it's more inconsistent. Like the PK, it did have its weird moments, but for the most part, when it's going to be a good hit and when it's not. With the Mastiff, it could be 78 or it's something even crazier than that, or 13, and you're just like, how am I supposed to adjust to this? How am I supposed to know when my shots are going to land and when it's not? So it's a bit of a risk taker, and I think the PK was more well balanced. So I love using the Mastiff all the time. I'm still going to pick it up every time, but it's definitely a risk that when you pick it up, you're going to know that, you're not going to know what's going to happen.
To me, I think they just substituted. I think they substituted 8s in chat with the Peacekeeper for 13s in chat with the Mastiff. Like,
something like that.
I actually really thought the Peacekeeper was balanced. Like even though you get the 8s every now and then, I think that's how shotguns should work. You get one bullet in on them. I think you should get an 8.
That's such a
13.
Fortnite answer. It's like the pump.
The blue pump originally, man. If you miss, you got a 4 or something like that, and
I think that's bogus though. Like I think it should be more consistent, and it should be you should have a good feel of what's gonna hit, what's not gonna hit.
I love the Peacekeeper. Was always something I pick up. I don't care what I had.
Yeah,
I picked up the Peacekeeper.
If
I was still playing right now, I mean, freaking Danky's like, he's like, what do I want to run this game? It doesn't really matter.
Yeah, we had Stav and I were forced to use like very specific guns in the games because we know like the recoil is going to be intense for us, so we have to like.
I was stuck R99 Peacekeeper. Like,
it's great combo.
I saw it,
great combo.
That was
great combo.
So like I love the Peacekeeper, and if I were playing still, I would probably run the Mastiff just just because I like having the shotgun. I like getting up close and personal with you. I like getting in your face like this. And I like coming with a nice little peacekeeper right to the 8s for chat. You love to see it.
You love to see it.
You love to see it. Any other? They didn't nerf the Havoc at all.
No, they did. Okay, this is what the patch notes say verbatim. It says vertical recoil increased, horizontal recoil slightly increased, recoil on the first 2 shots increased.
Oh,
I don't notice a difference. It's the same. People are still getting lasered by the Havoc, getting smacked by the Mastiff. The Havoc, in my opinion, could use a nerf of some sort. I don't know what that is. Maybe they bring back energy mags, and so that it doesn't have 32 shots right off the jump. But the Havoc is still an absolute laser, and anybody with someone with half decent aim.
I love the Havoc just because it gives me an advantage, and I stink. So, when I saw people talking about how the Havoc wasn't touched, essentially, and I know a lot of people were talking about how OP it was at the end of season 4. Just bring the damage down. Why not just bring the damage down?
Yeah, I think a decrease of damage or a decrease in fire rate or both would definitely help. I know that they try to, like you guys were saying about running the R99 and the PK all the time. I think they tried to change up the meta of what, maybe the best loadout or the best loadout for, certain players is going to be or what everybody's running. But it seems like the drop rates for the Havoc, the drop rate for the Mastiff, and if you're not carrying one of the two or both, you're just put at a serious disadvantage over players who are carrying those guns because you can just get absolutely demolished by the Havoc and the Mastiff right now.
The reason why I don't like the Havoc is because I feel like it takes a good 2 seconds for it to charge up, and if you're in a bad situation, like they're already lasering you, and by the time you can finally shoot with the Havoc, then it finally picks up. But once you get it going, that thing rips.
Mm-hmm.
I love the Havoc. I loved it. Any other weapon changes, altercations that we should know about?
So they added Skull Piercer back. So for all season 1 and 2 homies, it feels really good. The Wingman's feeling really good this season.
I don't think Stav knows the Skull Piercer.
So the Skull Piercer is a hop-up Stav for the Wingman or the Longbow.
Mm-hmm.
And essentially it just increases the headshot scale multiplier. So if you hit headshots with a Wingman or
like I always do, yep.
Like you always do, or the Longbow, then you're going to get that extra multiplier for the damage. But it feels really good. I've been using the Wingman a lot this season.
I miss the Skull Piercer. I remember I would always get like a little excited when I see it on the ground. I'll just hold on to it just in case if I find a longbow or something.
Yeah. The one thing about that though is, I know we're going to touch on some of the things we don't like about this season.
Save it. Save all your anger for what's about to come out of your mouth right now. Save it. Build up the rage because I think you're going to speak for everybody in the Apex community right there. Let's talk about the things we like first, and then we can get the good things that we like, and then the bad things that we like. Save that rage.
Right. I'll bottle it up.
Jackie, what do we like? What? Okay, Mendy likes Loba. I think, everybody likes Loba.
I love Loba. I love the map changes. I think sometimes Kings Canyon could feel like half the teams drop at Skulltown and die off rip, and then you spend half the match, like that middle part of the match, looking for anybody. I feel like it's a little more spread out this season. A lot of people are landing at the new POIs, but it does feel like people are more spread throughout the map, and it makes for a better end game. I like that they added Skull Piercer. I like that they took away Anvil receivers. They gave a little bit of a buff to the alternator and the RE45. I like both those changes. I know you were a big alternator guy, Uncle Sub 21.
Yeah, he said that was like his favorite gum last time we talked.
Yeah, you did. You were like alternator over 99. You were wilding. You were wilding.
What was the upgrade on the alternator? They just added more bullets into the initial clip, right?
Yeah, so they increased the mag size.
That's all I wanted for that gun. That's all I wanted for that gun. Mm-hmm. Because what'd you get, like 16 or 18 last season?
Mm-hmm. You got 16 last season base, and now you get 19.
Dude, that's all you need with the alternator though. Every time you would empty the clip with the alternator, you'd be like, dude, if I had 1 or 2 more bullets, I would have been able to finish that guy off early game.
True.
Very true. Very true. So I think it makes for a great gun to carry until you find that 99 or 301 or whatever you're comfortable with. So I think those are good changes. They changed the gold armor, and instead of it being 50% increase in heal time, or like a 50% reduction in how long it takes to hit a shield cell, battery, etc. They made it this season that it is shield cells instead of counting for 25, count as 50, and syringes instead of counting for 25 health, count as 50. I think it was an awesome change to gold armor. It makes Lifeline a little more viable legend because she's the only legend in the game that can quick heal now, or heal just slightly faster than other legends. And I really like being able to just stack up on shield cells and syringes when you have a gold shield. And now hitting 2 shield cells is going to be quicker than hitting that battery. But I love that change. I love the map changes. Overall, I'm really, really vibing with Season 5. I'll bottle my rage for my butt, but I mean, it's great. It's great so far. I'm having a really good time playing.
And Mendy, your love is just Loba for Season 5?
Strictly Loba, yeah. And Danks, of course.
Yeah.
All right. Here we go. Thanks for speaking for the entire Apex community here. What don't you like about Apex Season 5 right now? Go.
Mother.
We can full screen it all for this.
Effing no regs. The no regs this season have been absolutely brutal. I understand that the Apex Respawn dev team is working from home, most likely, is pushing out these updates. I mean, it's a new season. You always expect some bugs to come out. But these no regs have made me like turn off Apex and switch to a different game because it gets that bad. I mean, when you're lasering someone, or when you notice it most with single fire guns, so the Wingman, the G7, any of the snipers. But it is brutal. I mean, when you're supposed to hit somebody, say with the Wingman for 45, 90, 100, and it hits them and it does nothing, and they just laser you with a Havoc, it hurts your soul. Apart from that, everything is fantastic, but the no regs are almost game breaking to the point where I've seen a lot of people either not play until they get fixed, complain about it constantly on Twitter, on Instagram, everywhere. Everything else is fantastic. It's just we really need them to push out a hot fix for these no regs that everybody's getting, because it can change a fight like easily.
Mendy, you got anything you don't like, or are you on board with this no reg thing?
I don't have a huge argument against no regs because I think my shots just don't connect sometimes, so I can't really blame no regs. I think it's just me missing my shots. But shout out to J Cubes because I completely forgot about this, but they did nerf Pathfinder. Instead of like 15 seconds cooldowns for his grappling, it's like 35 or something ridiculous like that, which puts at a huge disadvantage because Pathfinder was always like the get in, get out kind of person. And now it's like I haven't even played Pathfinder just because of that. What's the point?
And the hitbox was increased on Path, correct?
Well, that should have happened like a while ago. I felt like that was a problem for a while.
Am I the only one who thinks that a little nerf to the Pathfinder is okay? Like, Pathfinder is extremely goated.
I think that's too much, though. 35 seconds, maybe like 20, 25. But
what was it? It was 15 originally?
Correct me if I'm wrong, Danks, but it was originally 15 and then they bumped it to 35?
Yeah, so it was 15-second cooldown for his grapple, and they bumped it to 35 this season.
Nuts.
Okay, meet in the middle. Go 25 or something, but like...
I think that's fair. But 35?
35 is a long time.
Because now you're forced to really like figure out, okay, is this a good time to use it, or should I use it now? And then if you do use it, and it's going to hurt you later. So you have to like really think. Like, I haven't even tried playing Pathfinder yet. It doesn't even sound appealing anymore.
Is that the longest cooldown for any legend?
I'm not sure.
It's a good question, Uncle Stav.
Thank
Not
you.
100% sure either. I think it probably is. Yeah.
I mean
But
that's a long time. That 35 is a
it
long
is.
time.
It is. I think maybe they're thinking. I was talking about it with Lambo. Shout out Lambo, happy birthday. Um,
Here.
that
Here,
people would use Pathfinder to get into fights, and then they'd fight a bit, and then they could grapple out, and then they would heal, grapple
Mhm.
back in, fight a bit, grapple out. So maybe their thinking was Pathfinder, you just got to be more strategic on when you're going to use that grapple. So instead of just grappling into a fight and then you're like, oh, I'm effed here, like there's nothing I can do, um, and not being able to grapple out right away, it's more of like a let's just run to this fight. We'll fight a bit, and then if things get hairy, we can grapple out. I would agree with both of you saying that meet in the middle. I think 25 seconds or 30 seconds would be good. I know I play a lot of Wraith, and they did nerf her phase away to 30 seconds. So,
they want you in these fights. Like they don't want you leaving the fights anymore.
Mm.
right. Or they just want you being more like strategic with how you use the abilities. So it's less of like I'm going to use my abilities to get into the fight, and maybe more of once I'm in a fight, I'm going to use my abilities to get out of the fight. So to maybe kind of try to curb third partying and fourth partying.
I mean, hey, stay for me, I like it. I think it's cool. I thought too many times you'd see a Pathfinder come in, smack you, you hear it go back off, you're like, where's this Pathfinder? Oh, he's already back to 200 health. I was totally gonna kill him. Just kidding. I was probably
Just a
gonna miss.
bunch of no regs off them.
Yeah, dude, I've been playing with no regs since season 4, so I don't know what y'all are talking about when it comes to no regs. All right, so here's the big question. All right, and we have Danky, who, you know, big Apex player. Mendy plays it. That's probably one of your more played games is Apex. Mendy.
Mhm.
This game I would say is the cleanest battle royale out there right now. I think it is in terms of like gameplay. I would say it's better than Fortnite currently. I think it's better than Warzone currently. I like the attributes that each legend has. I think it's the cleanest battle royale game out there. Why isn't this game more liked in the gaming community? And I'm talking specifically the Twitch views. It's never. I mean, even that opening day, it had. I think it was close to 300K, and then later that night, it was at 80K. What? Why isn't this game catching on to a broader views on Twitch? Is what I want to say. And we'll start with Mendy, and then we'll go over to Shawnee.
I'm trying so hard not to bring up Fortnite right now, but I want to bring up Fortnite right now.
Whatever you want, because I can't wrap my mind around this because it's
I
such
think
a
it just
good game.
I think it just appeals to like a very specific demographics. Maybe like Fortnite hits just about everyone, any age. It's the appeal for it is there. But with Apex, I feel like not everyone's crazy about first-person shooter, and maybe that's another big hit on it. And the game itself, maybe a little bit more mature audience, but
It's same rating as Fortnite Teen.
they're both T. Fortnite isn't E
T.
for everyone.
Nope, it's T.
That's kind of silly.
Is
Well,
that what you use?
that's
when people
solid
why do you
research
play
right there.
Fortnite? You're like, it's rated T, man. It's not for kids. Is
Yeah,
that what you've been saying? That's tough.
it's not for kids.
Rated T for
Ooh,
It's
tough.
for teenies.
wow. I do think Apex deserves more than what they get credit for, but you have a good point to bring it up. Why isn't it as huge as it should be? I don't know. I don't know now. But
I've been trying to say it since season 4. Danky,
Yeah.
you might have a better analysis on this other than an ex-pro Apex player and Mendy. So
here.
Year. Okay. Here's my thoughts. So Fortnite was the first big PR, right? I mean, and it kind of blew up. And I played a lot of Fortnite. and I loved Fortnite, and I fell in love with the battle royale kind of game. And I'd never played a BR before, but it was a ton of fun. I mean, the building aspect is sweet. A lot of people can play it, young kids all the way through adults like Uncle Stav. And overall, I mean, Fortnite's a great game. It kind of set the stage for BRs in the future. I think when Apex came out, it got a ton of love. I mean, the views on Twitch were crazy. There were a ton of different people playing it, anywhere from Fortnite people to Call of Duty people. Anybody who plays BR, first-person shooters, etc., was had a great time playing Apex. So I think Apex is an awesome game. I think one reason that it maybe doesn't have the viewership or the players, as many players as, say, a Fortnite or maybe even a Warzone, is that one reason could be the constant bugs. It seems like every time they push out a new patch or an update, something F's up, whether it be the servers. I know it's completely unintentional, but I mean, that could be one reason that so many people are hesitant to hop on the Apex bandwagon. I love the game. I think the movement is unparalleled to any other BR. I think Warzone pulls people because so many people play Call of Duty games, and Warzone feels more natural to them with the shooting and the movement. I think people who play Fortnite maybe don't want to move away from the building aspect.
I agree with that 100%.
But overall, I think if Apex could iron out some of the bugs, push out hot fixes a little bit quicker when they do encounter problems, I mean, I think it's a great game still. I think this is the best season yet. I think they're doing the right things. What I think it comes down to is the devs listening to the player base, trying to curb those complications they run into at the beginning of the season or when they push out big updates. But it is unfortunate that it hasn't. I mean, you don't see the viewage numbers huge unless an update comes out or a new season comes out, because I think it is such a fun game.
I think it's the best out of all the battle royales right now. I really do.
Yeah.
But I just have zero interest to play it, and I don't know why. And I've I've been saying it since season 4. I've been watching the Twitch numbers. I was playing a lot in season 4. I haven't played the new update yet. I love watching you guys play it. I have a blast. I still feel like I'm playing the game just because I watch you guys so much play Apex. I just have zero interest to load it up at this point. And I don't know why, because I'm saying it here and I've said it a couple times already. It's the cleanest battle royale right now. It really is. And I really don't. I think it's maybe ranked.
I just want to point out one thing that chat they keep mentioning it was there's no cross-platform, and I think that is another thing.
So what's taking so long? Seriously, here we go.
We've been complaining about this for a while, Stav, on like every podcast.
This is why it's cross-platform. Figure it out, Apex.
Just figure it out. It's easy.
Right
just
there.
flip a switch, get it done. Let's go. Chop chop.
But seriously, what the hell's taking so long?
I don't know. I feel like they have a good reason behind it.
I really don't know.
It does hurt them because like there's a lot of people that I know personally that play it on Xbox, but I'm on PC now, so I can't play with them. And I'm sure everybody goes through that because you can't. It's not like Fortnite. It doesn't matter what you have. You can join up with anybody.
I always forget it's not cross-platform, and then when I get reminded that it's not cross-platform, it just pisses me off even more that we're still having the same conversation that we've been having since probably season 3. So, oh man. Well, with that being said, and maybe that's the option. What can Apex do? Like, and thank you. We'll start with you. Cross-platform. Is there anything they can do? You mentioned the bugs already. What can Apex do to take that next leap? It's the same question every single time.
Yeah.
How
can they get there?
I think cross-platform would be a great start. I should have mentioned that before. Yeah, chat's going off about cross-platform. Cross-platform is something that both Warzone and Fortnite have, and that would be huge for Apex because the Xbox community loves to talk smack to the PS4 community, and vice versa. And the PC community loves to talk smack about anyone who's not the PC community. So it would be fun to have everyone being able to play together. You'd be able to play with all your friends, no matter what system they're on, and being able to opt in or opt out of cross-platform, like Fortnite has, like Warzone has. I think more limited time modes, rotating limited time modes. Apex has come out with some extremely fun ones over the past, but they usually only last. I mean, they've been as short as 2 days. They've been as long as 2 weeks. I think having constant rotating limited time modes would be something that Apex should definitely consider. They did add permanent duos, which is great. I think maybe a permanent solos mode could be cool, because I know people come into my chat all the time and complain about not being able to have anyone to play with or a good squad. And skill-based matchmaking has been an issue forever.
Skill-based matchmaking is
It
the worst
seems-
thing that's installed in video games ever.
Yeah, I don't play solos a lot, but it seems that when I do, I get paired up with very low level players or people who it seems like it's their first week playing the game, and everyone else in the lobby is just insanely good. So I mean, just maybe fine tuning that a little bit would help. I think that's all I can think of off the top of my head.
But that's a lot. Like, that's a lot.
Yeah.
And you're obviously not the only one who's saying this stuff.
Yeah.
And I think there's a couple really good solutions in what you said. Don't take them all. Start with one. Mendy, do you have any addition to that?
No, I feel like Danks hit the head on just about all the stuff that needs to get fixed on. I'm glad chat pointed out cross-platform needed to be fixed. I love duos. I kind of prefer it more than threes, because it just seems more well balanced, and that's what got me back into playing Apex. Shout out to Jules, Party Scientist. We've been playing a lot of games together, and
Here.
and that's what brought me back into it. Because with threes, I'm getting annihilated like every single time. But in duos, I have a fighting chance. I could do well. I could be okay in it. So I think, Stav, if you were to get back into it, I say we should run duos together, and I think you would be like, all right, this is it.
Here's the solution. Ready? Listen up. Apex, zoom in. What's up? Stabby buckets. Here. Put solos in so people can play by themselves.
Facts.
I think that'd be huge. Whether you put people's ultimates down on the ground where they pick up, and then they can, you just have one default character. So that way everything's kind of even. It's RNG through everybody's attributes and stuff. Because Pathfinder just might be played 160 out of 60 times in a solo. Whatever it is, find a way to do solos. Do that. Add squads while you're at it. Make 4 people play the game. Because you know what? That's an additional person playing the game. Second thing, cross-platform, must. Third thing, most important, add building. Done. You got yourself a game.
Nerd.
No, seriously though, I love Apex. There's a couple things I think they need to adjust, and I think it will be there because I think it's very clean, and I really do love it. That's season 5 so far in a nutshell. To be continued until another time, but keep it up. Keep on playing. Keep on grinding. I want to see Apex challenge these other games because competition's always good when it comes to any battle royale game. And I feel like Apex being good makes Warzone better. I think Warzone being good makes Fortnite better. And I think it's just a revolving circle of everybody competing against themselves, making each other better. So keep crushing it, Apex, because you're going to be pushing those other guys, those other games to get better every single time you do something good. So keep it up. Bring back third. What's it? Third level, third viewer. You're behind the person.
Oh, third person.
Yeah, that was fun.
That was cool.
Third person. Yeah.
I had a lot of fun doing that. Besides the grenades, that was really fun.
Yeah.
I thought that was a great time. All right, let's roll over to the gaming news. And thank you, chat, for helping out with everybody did there. The cross-platform was huge. Thank you very much. And Lambo with the whatever he did, happy birthday. You'd love to see it. Gaming news. Well, would you look at here? It's the best game ever invented in the history of the world. Fortnite's first up on gaming news this week. So we took last week off, and there's actually been in my opinion, my mind, a couple really big things that happened with Fortnite over these past 2 weeks. Skilled based. We'll start off with this one. Skilled based matchmaking has been removed from squads. Okay, you hear the title, you hear the headliner right there, right? And you just go, yeah, let's go. False. They filled all these matches with bots. AIs are just now in the game.
Oh,
I played 2 games maybe Thursday or Friday night. I played 2 games of squads. We faced one real team in each of the games. Got the VR in both of them. We faced one real team.
oh my god!
We had like 30 kills, and the people I'm playing with are going nuts. They're like, dude, I had 11. I was just like, this is terrible. This is absolutely terrible. I don't want to drop in the face AI. I don't care if it's skill-based matchmaking. If that's off and I run into a really good team that smokes me, cool, they smoked me. But I want to run into real people. Like, what's the point of having bots in the game now? Why? You can fill up 100 people.
Yeah.
Warzone fills up 150 people. You shouldn't have bots in the game anymore. If you're going to take off skill-based matchmaking, remove the bots entirely.
Or just don't play Fortnite anymore. That's probably another thing you can do.
And while you're at it, take the skill-based matchmaking off duos and solos and just let people play each other again. Seriously, just make the players play each other. Man, everybody was so pumped that they removed the skill-based matchmaking because you can go make content again, you can have fun, but nope. What are you going to make an entire clip about 15 kills that you had against AI?
That's brutal. I didn't realize. So they took away skill-based matchmaking, but now there's just AI in the game.
They're just so bad, dude. It's like such a waste of time. You can solo squad. You can go in, do no fill and solo squad, and you have a good chance of winning a squads match at this point.
That is wild. Will your team get paired with bots if you say you queue into squads, since like you and a buddy and you do fill? Will
Good
you
question.
have the chance of getting bots on your team?
I'm going to say 50-50 at this point. It's probably even higher, for sure. For sure there's a chance.
Yeah.
It's aggravating. I mean, they just continue finding ways to not let this game, take off. They just keep bringing it down and bringing it down. It's in a weird. It's weird. It's weird.
Yeah.
I still love it. I still love playing it. I have fun playing it.
Mm-hmm.
But it's just like it's one thing after another, and just they did something really cool though 2 weeks ago. They had another concert. It was like a sneaky, thrown in concert, and it was called a Party Royale. They actually had 3 DJs come on. They did 3 sets for an hour. It was really cool. It started off with Dylan Francis, who was a huge Fortnite player. Played a lot with Tim the Tapman, Courage, and those guys. Pretty good friends with them, Ninja, and all these guys. So he opened it up, did about 15 minutes. Steve Aoki came on after and did an absolute banger. And then Deadmau5 closed it out, and he was not good. Deadmau5 was not good.
Oh wow.
I was very upset with Deadmau5. He even took his helmet off at the end and showed his face, and I was just like, it's his face. I don't know if people have seen his face before or not, but that was the first time I've seen it. So, but it was just really cool. I love when they do these. The Travis Scott thing was sick. I think everybody would say it was awesome.
Would you say the Travis Scott was better? Would you say
For sure.
Okay.
I just thought this was a cool, they had an island set out that had it was like a carnival. You could play soccer against other people that were in there. You had you could do boat races and stuff on one part of the island. You could go there and just chill out and vibe like you were going to a carnival. And maybe it was because of the current situation we're in. It was you can go pretend to go to a carnival outside and have fun with your friends and play carnival games. And then here's a concert at it. But Dylan Francis crushed it. Steve Aoki slapped it. Deadmau5 literally just stunk.
Was he the main event? Was he the last one to pop up?
He was the third one. Yeah.
Stinks.
But they streamed it on it was live stream. Steve Aoki was muted when he first started. It was wicked funny. It It was just like, and I was just screaming back here. I was like, Steve, you're muted.
Steve, you're muted.
You're muted, bro.
We never
Steve,
have
you're
technical
muted.
problems here at the Good Game Report Pod. Never.
Never.
Never. It was
Not
just
one.
cool. Like
Never.
I said this before. Continue to say it. They need to keep doing stuff like this because this is what I love about Fortnite.
It is
even
cool.
Even our friend Ivani Buckets downloaded Fortnite again just to check it out on Saturday of last week. Just it was a cool time.
Yeah.
I had a blast in there. Keep doing it. Keep doing it. Apex, you should do this too. Call of Duty, you should do this too.
I think that would be kind of weird to see that from Apex or Call of Duty. I feel like it's very fitting for Fortnite to do these sort of events.
What, team rating? Just like Apex? Yeah, tough.
No, I mean like the DJ sets. Like, could you imagine watching a DJ set on like Kings Canyon or something like that? That just sounds really silly.
That'd be cool. I mean, would you go to it?
Of course.
Does it matter what game it is? Like, you'd probably still go to it.
You're not wrong, but I just think it's not appropriate for them to do that.
If Call of Duty drops a I'm trying to pick a good person right here. Let's do Travis Scott. Travis Scott said, "Hey, Call of Duty, I want to do another one of your game. Will you guys do it?" And they do something in Call of Duty. Would you go to a Travis Scott concert in Call of Duty?
Yes.
Yeah.
They won't do it probably, but like that'd be cool. Like imagine like Travis Scott just like all up on Superstore, just like crushing it down. That'd be tough, dude. Or Boneyard Travis Scott. That'd be tough.
Tough.
I'm wicked into that. Biggest news of the week to me. And this is gonna get everybody all riled up. You guys might not even know it because you guys are young. Tony Hawk Pro Skater 1 and 2 remastered coming out September 4th.
Year.
Big years when it comes to this. I was trying to think of like how many hours I played in Warehouse, just in Tony Hawk Pro Skater 1 Warehouse. Bob Burnquist, go down the ramp, do a hard right, go up the vert, come back down, triple backflip, corkscrew, 900, 1080.
Yeah, you can do some ridiculous stuff. And
through the glass up top, you take that, you hit the grind pole, you get another videotape or something like that. Then you grind along the other vert, along the other end. You flip up that, you either nollie, and then you go into another transition box. They did like that crazy like noise when you picked up a tape. Dude, that game was awesome.
Amazing.
Unbelievable. 1 and 2 were both really cool. They're remastered. It's coming out the 4th right now.
They had the best music for that game too. So not only were you shredding it, you had the best soundtrack ever to it.
Dude, I said you need that original soundtrack. I don't want any other music. Don't give me any updated music. Give me that same exact music.
Yeah, facts. And I would love to see the old maps remastered into it as well.
To me, I think that's the plan. You know, and if you get it right now, if you pre-order it, I think I saw it on Epic. If you pre-order it now, you get the demo of Warehouse that you can play up until it releases, which is like I'm honestly thinking about just streaming the demo until it comes out.
I'm there with you, man. That sounds awesome.
I'm so jacked up about this. Did you guys play this? Was it only N64 or was this on PlayStation? And
I think it moved over to PlayStation 1, and I think it originated at N64. I thought.
I
played it on N64.
I remember playing it on N64. But it's such a fun game. The the music in the game, insane. Getting those tapes felt so good. And this was back, before you could just YouTube, where do I get these tapes? I remember buying books, like little 1001 cheat codes for N64 books. I'd beg my parents to give me the book so that I could figure out where all the tapes were. And Tony Hawk, actually, insane game. I was never a skateboarder myself, but playing the Tony Hawk games was incredible. Like, that was some of the first, some of my first gaming memories were those Tony Hawk games. And if she doesn't know Tony Hawk Pro Skater 1 and 2, she's too young for you.
Yeah.
So
true.
So like I'm looking at it now, right? And obviously how old was I when that came out? Like 10, 11 or 12 maybe when Tony Hawk first came out. And like And then when I got older, the Skate games came out. Did you guys play Skate at all?
I wasn't huge into Skate, but I did dabble a little bit into it.
So it's kind of, to me, it's like, I think it's going to take that role, and I think this is what Tony Hawk's going to do in these new ones. It's just kind of like a time killer for me. Like, I'm going to go around, cruise around a little bit, hit some tricks. Like, I'm not going to take it insanely seriously, but like Skate, to me, I could waste an hour, going down like a huge ramp where I threw a kicker onto it, and then I had to launch up to a bar or something like that.
But Skate was more realistic than Tony Hawk, right?
Yes, it was. Skate was was the vibe, dude. Skate was a great game. And we actually have a question from the community from Miles Jennings, who was overrated at Uno. Definitely didn't smoke all of us in Uno the other night. He asked, do you think EA Skate will come out with Tony Hawk being remastered? And I would love it personally. I thought it was a phenomenal game. It had like a good campaign to it. You could just like vibe out, chill. You could do your own thing. It was basically open world, but like you just like skateboarded around, and like it was just cool. The rumor is that Skate is a potential first game, like one of those first games for the new consoles coming out.
Ooh.
So that's the rumor. If it's true, who knows? It went bankrupt in 2013, which is why you haven't seen it. But dude, if you throw Skate out there, man, I'm getting it, and I think a lot of people are getting it too. That was a great game. It's not going to be better than Tony Hawk. Nothing is. Bob Burnquist, Warehouse, right off the rip.
Yep. Big facts.
Yeah. That was a tough game. You guys going to get Tony Hawk just to vibe out? I think it's going to be like, I think it's like $45 or something.
I think I might have to, just to get that nostalgia coming back. I would love to play some Tony Hawk.
Would you want to play Tony Hawk with me, Danks?
Yeah.
We don't have to have Mendy on if we don't want to.
Oof.
No, we need Mendy sometimes. We need someone to make fun of.
True. Well, that's what Scoot's there for. Scoot would be real tough to have in the warehouse.
True.
Like that. Be like, yo, what's up, Scoot? Nerd. What'd you fall again? Dork.
Yeah, nice ollie, Scoot. Yo, sick ollie, bro.
Damn. I am all in for Tony Hawk. I might actually look more into this now. I'm gonna get it.
The pre-order, I think it's like $45-$50 or something like that, and you got warehouse on top of it.
According to our video producer, J Cubes, $40. Okay, thank you. Our producer just said $40.
Thanks JC. Thanks, Jay. Appreciate it. Let's go into Valorant real quick. There was a recent patch. One thing I will say about Valorant, they do announce their patch notes very good, and like I thought this is something Fortnite did very well, and they just stopped doing it. Valorant's doing it, and I think that's huge for games, so you kind of know what you're getting into when they do the patch notes. There was a couple adjustments to characters. I never, is it ultimate and ultimate? Like, is what am I wrong? Like, what's an alt? Like, what's an alt? Is that the person's like first thing, like that you keep getting back?
That's like the biggest one that they have.
So alt is the daddy of them all. Yeah. And then what's the other one? What's the other one called? Ultimate?
I think it's
abilities.
I don't know. I mean, they're really just called abilities. I mean, I know in Apex it's like tactical and passive, but
okay, we'll do tactical. Yeah, we'll go with that. So tactical, and I'm going to call it alt. I like the ultimate and ultimate, or I don't know, but
I just say alt. I'm going to use my alt. He has his alt.
I never know if you're saying alt or alt. Like
neither do I.
So, I mean, alt stands for like ultimate ability, right? And then I think in Valorant they are called abilities. I don't think they actually have like names.
So is it actually is it ULT alt?
Mm-hmm.
So it's not why am I saying alt ALT like
it's not like an alternate thing, it's like your ultimate.
Right, it's an ultimate. Yeah.
Dude, this is mind blowing. I thought it was alt the entire time.
When now
Both-
you're just
both.
throwing curveballs at me. I didn't think about it.
So it's ultimate, like
ultimate
warrior.
ability. Right. So he has every agent has abilities, and then each legend has one ultimate ability.
Got it. I thought it was alt this entire time. I'm an idiot. And what's up?
He says what's up.
So there were some adjustments across the board. I think we're looking up those right now. The one thing I noticed that really aggravates me. So I'm a judge main, big judge guy. I love going like mid and just picking corners to judge out. They switched up the barriers pre rounds. Hate that.
In certain places, yeah.
Certain maps, yeah.
I was pissed when we go to split. When you're defending and you go mid there, you used to kind of be able to go out onto the deck and they would like rush in. You can kind of switch your side. But now they spawned it off so you can't get to that deck. So that deck is open area for people to get to. And if you're judging mid, it makes it like you can't really camp anymore. It makes it a long distance shot for your judge. And I think it was because they were watching my gameplay and they said this kid's too judgy in this spot. We got to switch it up. So, I think it's cool how they're messing around. Like they're looking at the game and saying, this side's a little too OP. Let's bring it back a little bit. Because I love when games do that. I think all games should be doing that.
Yeah.
And, actually watching your game, listening to, players in the community and adjusting on the fly. That's the biggest one I noticed right there was the change.
Yeah, I think the map changes are really good. And I mean, you got to understand that Valorant's still in beta. So, I think they're making great changes. Their patch notes are extremely detailed and they give reasoning into why they make the changes. I know on some of the maps, so with the barrier placements, they wanted to make it a little bit easier for the attacking side to be able to gain control of positions, because it did seem like if you were a smart defensive team, you were able to get those 50-50 peaks. They were a little bit in your favor. You were able to hold positions a little bit easier. So on certain maps, they wanted to make it, try to balance that a little bit, make it easier for the attacking side to be able to push certain points. I think they do a good job listening to their community. I think they're constantly, making changes to the agents and numerous things. I've been huge vibing with Valorant, and I'm not crazy, into the PC gaming yet, but Valorant is definitely pushing me that way. So I think Valorant's doing a great job, like with everything they're doing.
Is there anything on that patch note that says because of Stavi buckets and the judge?
I think there was an addendum at the bottom. It said, "Court is in session. The Honorable Judge Stav presiding." I'm not 100% sure what they're going at with that, but
Mendy's a full judge guy now. Isn't it crazy?
Yeah.
Dude, the judge is the real freaking deal, baby.
I almost got an ace just because a bunch of people were running up, and I just shot them all straight. You can't.
What
really
happened with that ace?
Yeah, what happened?
Any comments on what happened with that ace?
Here's my heart, and then this is what Dinger Drew did to it. It's broken. He broke my heart.
We were all yelling at Drew too, just like, Drew, let him get it. Drew, let him get it.
I gave him the benefit of the doubt. I thought they were like super close to each other, but upon further review, Drew could have just stayed back where he was and hide, and he could have just been like, "Hey, Mendy, I know you like getting that ace. He's over here." But he's a savage, bro. That's why I kind of love him for that, to be honest. I have mad respect for him.
Yeah, he doesn't hit singles. I've never seen him bunt.
Facts. Straight home runs.
He swings for the fences. Sometimes he strikes out.
Yeah,
but he always swings for the fences.
That's why you want a guy like that as one of your shooters, man, because he'll get the job done.
Big facts.
So I mean, we all have fun playing Valorant. It's pretty fair to say it kind of drives us all. I would say a little bit crazy at some points. You do a 9-20 game or something like that, and you're ready to flip a table. But I mean, we're all still pretty much vibing on Valorant. Would you guys say? Would you guys agree?
Absolutely. I love it. I love it. I'm having so much fun playing Valorant. It's unreal.
I get it a lot. People saying like, "Oh, I'm on console and I can't really switch over." Valorant's a pretty quick game to get and learn on mouse and keyboard.
I would agree.
It's a lot of walking around and just hitting your shots, really. And I would say learn walking around and aiming first,
Mm.
and then you can work on finding your character that you like, finding abilities and ultimates that you like. Um, it comes down to positioning and hitting your shots. And if you're nervous about playing Valorant because you're a console player or you're new to PC, try it out. Give it a shot.
Try it out. You're
Facts.
I'm pretty sure ranked is killing it, and I think it's going to continue to kill it for this game.
I think
This
it's
game
going to
has
be
ranked written all over it.
huge on the esports scene. I think it's really going to take over once they launch like a tournament.
This game's built for ranked,
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
and I always say it each week. I'd like to see the pub games come down a little bit. Give me 19 games on pubs. 25 takes too long. Give me 19. Give me 19 games, or 21 games. 21.
20.
And then I think pubs would be in a really good spot if you just lower that down a little bit. Also, let's get a voting system for the maps. Can we do this in the beta?
So true. Sometimes you'll play like the same map 3 or 4 times, and that takes like 3-4 hours right there.
I'm going to say this. I don't like any of the maps at this point just because I played them so much.
Mm.
Like, I'm just kind of sick of all the maps. Is that weird or no? Like,
I don't think there's a map where it pops up and I'm like, oh yeah, let's do it. It's just kind of like whatever to me.
Yeah, I'm pretty indifferent on the maps. Like I don't dislike it any of the three, but I also don't love any of the three. Some more variety would be cool, but I think I get it in the sense that they really want you to learn the in and outs of the maps, and maybe they'll eventually release more.
how many maps does CS:GO have? Does anybody know? I'm sure Ivani Buckets can say something in chat. It's probably got to be around the same amount, right?
I'm reaching out to my AC right now.
Dude, sir?
My other one says like 7.
Like 7. Okay, that seems like a very good producer answer.
Is that
right
Is that HR?
That's
The
our
chime
yeah.
I mean, you can definitely check out Danks. He plays Valorant when his no regs cause him to switch over to a new game from Apex. So, yeah, I think we're all still thumbs up on Valorant. New thing happened this week. Really freaking cool. And I don't know if people on console can get these games or not. I think you may be able to, but Epic Games, I don't know if it's just the launcher for PC or if you can get on console. Mendy, see if your producer says anything as well on this, but they're doing a crazy deal right now on a lot of big titles in the store. Up to 75% off some of these titles, which is crazy. We have a list of a couple games that I want to talk about. But first, the biggest of them all. Grand Theft Auto 5 is free. Okay.
Big.
This game isn't just a great campaign. It's people talk about the campaigns like they talk about Dakota's Snipes. They talk about those. We hit those. They play those. GTA 5. People love this campaign.
Yeah.
The online, which is bumping right now because of aliens, green, purple, doesn't matter. That's keeping this game afloat. People are playing this game because of the online mode, and it's free on Epic right now, which is crazy. It's a fat download.
I'm afraid to download it.
I got it right away. Just because it's one of those games you can just kind of kill an hour and just run around and shoot some stuff, right? Like that's Danks, have you played any of the GTAs, or you have any interest of a free GTA 5?
Oh yeah, absolutely. I should probably download it. But yeah, I love GTA. I mean, I grew up playing GTA on like the PC, PS2, like from GTA 1 and 2. to Vice City, to everything. I mean, I love GTA. I think I played all through GTA 4's campaign on PS4. I don't know if I played GTA 5. I can't remember if it was 4 or 5 that I played. I definitely played through all 4. But I think GTA 5, it being free, it's worth just picking up right now just to have it.
You can do what Mendy does. Mendy, if there's free games, this is pretty smart. And, I don't like to say a lot of nice things about Mendy over there, but if it's a free game, he just grabs it and puts it into his computer. He doesn't download them necessarily.
I just claim it.
Like,
it's mine.
Give it to me. You can install it whenever you like, as long as you claim it.
Mm-hmm. I do that with a handful of games, which is a good thing, but also at the same time, you're going to have a bunch of games in your library that you'll probably never play.
Yeah, but then you can just delete them. It's
true.
It doesn't hurt.
And it doesn't take up a bunch of memory on your computer either. That's the main reason why I do it.
I'm waiting for the right time. It might be tough to stream GTA 5. It's a very vulgar game. And the language used in GTA 5 is dude, it's definitely tough. Dude, it's higher than rated R. It is. It's a vulgar game.
Definitely not Fortnite friendly kind of gameplay.
No, not at all. It's R. I'm gonna say it's rated R plus. It's definitely mature audiences only.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
But I would really like to do the role playing stuff. I talked about this I think on our last podcast with Peter. I love this green alien versus purple alien battle. I think it's so freaking funny. And the role-playing stuff kills me every time I watch it. So we'll see if we can get into that. But I wrote down, I don't know if you guys have a couple of the games as well. Here's a couple of games I saw, and I had some prices on it. So if you're interested, again, I don't know. I had a buddy texting me. He's a PlayStation guy. He said GTA's free, and he only has it on PlayStation. So I don't know if he's able to get these deals as well.
I think it's only on PC's Epic Store.
But he's on PlayStation and he texted me saying, "Hey, just saw GTA 5's free."
Oh.
So I don't know if the PlayStation Store is doing it as well, just with GTA being free or not.
Might be just a GTA thing for PlayStation.
Okay.
I don't think they have the whole sale that's going on in the Epic Store.
Because it's just Epic, right? And you obviously can't pull up Epic's launcher on PlayStation. So
my understandings.
Here's a couple games I have down that I'm interested in. The Witcher 3 won Game of the Year. It's $15.
Mm-hmm.
$15 for a Game of the Year, not bad. Unless it's Sekiro, don't ever play that game. But The Witcher 3, heard a lot of good things about it. Didn't watch the Netflix show because I've never played any Witchers. Have you guys played any of the Witchers or no?
I think in college I pirated The Witcher.
Don't say that. We're live right now.
Oh shit.
TOS.
I think I downloaded it totally legally.
There you go.
In college.
For $60.
I paid $60 to buy the game. And I dabbled with it and I just didn't get into it. But I don't think I was just huge into video games at the time or just didn't have as much time to play. But I think it looks like a crazy fun game. I watched the Netflix show and it was freaking dope. But I think The Witcher is a game that I could definitely see myself getting into.
For $15, I think it's well worth it. Game of the Year, $15. I mean, even if I don't play it, if I start it, dabble in for 5 hours, $15, you already got my money's worth.
Mm-hmm.
Check it out. So. All the Assassin's Creed games are on there. I think this is the newest one, Odyssey. It's $20. I think that's when it started to crank back up again. As we talked with Peter, it was great. It kind of went down a little bit, and I think Odyssey, where it comes back up, it's like the Troy era, Brad Pitt Troy era, it's tough people, dude. And it's $20, and obviously with the new Assassin's Creed coming out, it might be cool to kind of get back into it. You can buy all of them; they're all wicked cheap. I think this is the most expensive at $20. 2 games I'm definitely getting: Far Cry New Dawn, which is $16. Far Cry 5. I played Far Cry 4. I didn't play any of the other Far Cries. I loved it. Far Cry 4 is also $12. I think it's a great deal if you haven't played any of these. Far Cry 4 was really, really fun. So I'm probably going to grab those two just because they're $15 each. You can come out and grab 4 games for $60 in these entire deals. Like, instead of spending $60 on one game, you can get 4 really good games for $60. I think if my math is correct, I did it right. 15, 30, 45, carry the 2, 60. And these are ones you have to get. I'm saying you have to get these. Uno is $3. Okay. You play it once, you got your money's worth with Uno. $3. Monopoly, $6. You play that once, you'll probably never play it again because it's maddening.
Big picture.
$6, like that. Those are like must buy. You can get Uno and Monopoly for under $10. Great deals because those are just really fun.
Good way to test your friendships.
I think you don't even need to be playing against people. I think you can do like custom. So if you have a family or something like that, a couple of kids, and you want to play Monopoly, like
smart.
you can do multiplayer, like $6 to get their attention for 2 hours in a night. I don't have kids, but
you know of.
You're.
So
check them out. There's a lot of really good games out there. I can go through real quick. Borderlands is on sale. That's $30. Red Dead Redemption. I don't care if it was free. I would suggest not to get it. Way out on that game. Outer Worlds is on sale. A couple Rainbow Six games. The Jedi Star Wars games on sale. All the Far Cries. All Farming Simulator 19. Why is this game $18 on sale? Like, what is going on? Why is that game on sale for $18 still? I don't know.
It should be a fat 60. It's a grade A game right there.
Dude, I don't know. All the Assassin's Creeds, like I said, are on there. So if you want to check them out, go in there. The South Park games are on here. Have you guys ever played any of those? I heard they were phenomenal.
I played the first one, and it's freaking hilarious.
Those are on there as well. There's 2 on there. You can spend $20 and get 2 games. So go check it out because you can get a bunch of really good games for really cheap. And make sure to download GTA 5 because it's free.
Yeah. Or at least claim it. You don't have to actually download the whole thing. You can just claim it.
Figure.
So let's wrap up gaming news with this. We had a record quarter for the video game industry. The first quarter of 2020, let's get real facts on people right here. Like, sit back and get ready to get stuff factified right here because it's coming. 2020, 9% increase from the 2019 first quarter.
Boom.
Obviously, there's been some stuff going on, but that really happened mid-March, right? So first quarter goes from January 1st to the end of March. So that's only talking about 2 weeks max of, all this quarantining stuff going on with video games. It definitely helped. It probably boosted it up a little bit, but that's still, almost 10 weeks of just really good video game sales going on. 2019 was 9.58 billion. 2020 was 10.86 billion in revenue. Like, dude, that's crazy for gaming.
Yeah.
That's crazy. They increased over $1 billion from 2019 to 2020 in that first quarter. And I bet quarter 2 is going to be even higher because we spent the first 2 months inside. So it's probably going to be even higher. As I'm looking at Mendy right now, I feel like he's just sinking into that gaming chair. But that's crazy. I mean, are you guys like, you're not surprised obviously by the record numbers, right? Like,
I think it makes sense. I think especially with sports being canceled, everyone with shelter at home, with COVID going on, I think it makes sense that numbers are up. And I feel like a lot of people have found Twitch, YouTube, and other streaming platforms as, somewhere to spend their time when they get bored of watching, Netflix or TV. And I think it makes people excited about gaming, wanting to play more. And so I think a lot of people are buying games because of that. And being forced to be at home, you run out of things to do. There's only so many, floors that you can sweep and vacuum. And so you gotta occupy your time somehow.
My place has never been cleaner, by the way. It's crazy. I'm literally sweeping once a day. And shout
Same.
out to the seltzer industry, because I'm telling you, after quarter one, that skyrocketed as well too. So
Cheers.
I'm interested to see how quarter two looks, because I think quarter two is going to be even higher than quarter one, just because it's been a longer time that we've been inside. So
Yeah.
I'm interested to see what that happens.
Yeah, I think it'll be big.
Yeah. Because the what's it called? Nintendo Switch, they pretty much sold out, right?
Yeah. I wanted a
There's a
Nintendo
lot of
Switch
things sold
bad.
out. There's a lot of things sold out right now. I mean, it's good. I mean, it's obviously not good for the humans itself, but video game industry as a whole is doing very well right now, I would say.
Facts.
Yeah, that's straight Stav facts for you. You love to see it. We
Yeah.
have a Mendy solo section right now.
Love that.
Thanks.
Can
Have
you
you
break it down? Yeah,
Have
yeah.
you experienced a Mendy solo section yet, or no?
don't
That's
know if we did
separate
that.
from his OnlyFans solo action.
No, that's a different type
That's
of.
a different type of solo Mendy. Okay,
Yeah.
then no, not yet.
Okay, you haven't yet. All right. Mendy's not going to be able to recover from that. So we're going to send it over to Mendy for his solo section. You just have to rate it 0 to 10. Chat 0 to 10 as well after he's done with his Mendy solo sectioning right now. So Mendy, take it away.
Wow. Well, guys, thank you for being here. If you're live with us now on Twitch at Good Game Report, what we do is that we take this audio, we put it on all your lovely podcast streams, Google, Spotify, Apple, you name it. All you got to do is type in Good Game Report. We also put this video, put on our YouTube channel, Good Game Report. Make sure you subscribe to us. Give us a big fat thumbs up in the air. Comment on it. We love the feedback. Yeah. And on this channel, we do the podcast every Sunday at 8 p.m. Eastern Time. We also do 2 raid nights now. Not just one. We do 2 raid nights, Wednesday and Thursday. We do a US version. We do a UK version. It is beautiful. The US version is on Wednesday at 8 p.m. Eastern Time. And the UK version is at 3 p.m. Eastern Time. And we also do a game night Friday night at 8 p.m. Eastern Time. Follow us everywhere. Good Game Report. Type it in. You'll love to see it. Thank you.
Thank you, Mendy. Yeah, stop it.
That was a good one.
That was really good, man. That was really good.
What the numbers are in chat.
That was really good.
That
Thank
might
you.
have been my
Thank you.
best
0 to
one.
10. Thank you. 0 to 10.
0 to 10. I'm gonna give that one a 11.1. That was the best solo action I've seen since Mendy's May 4th OnlyFans titled "One Man in a Chair."
It's not funny. I shouldn't even find that funny. Thank you, guys.
Squishy Bug gave you a 9, Mendy. The Lamborghini gave you an 8.94.
Fair.
Slap gave you a 10 out of 10. Nice with a Y. Nice.
Ooh, nice.
Nice. Scoot just wants to know how to get your OnlyFans, but
that's
9.7
fair.
out of Yvonne. Yeah, Mendy, that was a strong one.
Yeah.
Like, you definitely brought it on that one.
Yeah.
That was tough.
That was good.
I don't know what it is, but my performance, I feel peaks when I have the Danks is around. I don't know what it is, but it's I credit Danks to it.
I think that was by far your best. I'm going to give you a 3.7, and I think you did a really good job.
All right, but what about my OnlyFans?
Yeah.
Stop
Pretty
me.
good, man.
Buckets. Buckets.
Mendy, that was a real good one. You brought a lot of power to that one. A lot of energy. That was a strong one.
That was
That's
good.
good, man.
That was
good,
a
man.
good one. Honestly, what we should do, we should just clip that, and then I just press a button,
Just
and
use it every single time.
we just crop out whoever our guest is, and just hope it fits well.
Maybe we could just make that a montage, so that could be like our pee break in between episodes or something like that. So we can just run out. I think that'd
be brilliant because sometimes they last a little long. We have a couple drinks.
For the people that are watching the Twitch thing right now, and you look so comfortable in your chair,
I love this chair.
Can you please just stand up so we can get a good look at other loons and all the other creatures that are in that lake chair that you're sitting on right now?
Oh yeah, sure. Here, I can actually just give me a hot second here. It's mostly just sailboats. Yes, I am wearing pants. Oh, there is a lighthouse. Maybe we can get a little zoom in action there. and we got a bird, and we got a little like stump here where the birds can hang out on, and then you got your sailboat, and then you got American flag, America here, and you got a little village over here. I didn't notice that last time. So maybe we can get the cushion going. Hold up now. And yeah, that's a great. Yeah, there you
Mendy,
go.
what are those brown stains on the cushion for all the listeners out there?
Oh, that is when I play Valorant too long with Danks and 6 a.m.
We did have an epic stream till 8 a.m. one day, which was hilarious for Valorant.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was fun.
That was crazy. That's
That
something
was
that's
fun.
happened. I completely forgot about that. I kind of wanted to wipe it away from my memory, but
Yeah.
since the last time Danks has been on, we did stream Valorant and play Valorant until 8 in the morning over here, 8:30, and yeah, I had a rough day after that.
No regrets whatsoever.
No regrets, baby.
Mendy, seriously, good job on the plugs. That was a really good one.
That was impressive, man.
Thank you.
All right, let's get into some fun. I think we're gonna have some fun in this one. This is the general discussion 2-piece that we've all put in a lot of work to come up with this. And if you're listening, you can't really do it right now, but you can have fun with just talking to yourself about it. But if you're in Twitch chat right now, you can play along with us. I've always been talking about how Apex Legends needs to come out with a Netflix series. Okay. And with Loba being presented and her physical stature, somebody in Danks' chat, I forget who it was, saying, who would play Loba in a movie? And it kind of got me thinking, Staffy Buckets, what if we casted the entire every legend in Apex in a Netflix series? So that's what we're going to do tonight, fam. We're going to cast every single Apex legend. We're going to take a professional actor or actress and we're going to come up with a name who should play that role. Unfortunately, I will not be driving the boat for this. We're going to send this over to Captain Mendy at the lake house. For no specific reason, we're just going to give Mendy the keys to the boat for this one. And
I was on a boat today, so that's only fitting stuff.
So he is going to throw it out, and then Danks and I are going to say who we would cast for that Netflix role. If you're on Twitch, please feel free to type in who you think would be a good fit, and you can play along with us as well. But let's have some fun with this. Obviously, I'm going to be right. Danks is probably going to be right as well. This is going to be fun. Let's have some fun with this one. So, Mendy, you are up. Please take it away, Captain Menders.
So you just want me to tell you a character, and then you guys are going to say which one you think it's going to be?
Yeah, you can have some energy. It's like you could be like a game show host, like, wow, we're here live.
No.
Okay.
We're not going to do that. I'm sorry. But I think we should start it off with a fan favorite of Mirage. Who do you guys think a good actor would be for Mirage? Because he kind of reminds me of Johnny Cage, kind of like that superstar lifestyle. So who do you think would be very fitting for him?
So I had two people for this one.
Ooh, I like the options. You already win in my book.
So for Mirage, I had this actor James Marsden. So he plays Teddy in Westworld. He's Prince Edward in Enchanted, and he's in the Netflix show Dead to Me. He's a handsome dude, like pretty funny, like just a good looking dude. And I think, he could be somebody who could play Mirage, like bring the funny aspect while also being like the handsome, like Mirage guy that he is. And then, but like for the funny aspect, because Mirage is, a pretty comedic character.
Mm-hmm.
I had Ben Schwartz from Parks and Rec. So he's the guy that plays John Ralphio in Parks and Rec. And I thought, he could be like looks wise, like he's not like an ugly dude. He's not like the most handsome. He's decently good looking, but like he brings that like comedic genius that Mirage is known for.
I like that a lot because I feel like you did a lot of research into it and you didn't go with just like a straight array like actor that everyone knows. I feel like you really dived into it. So you already win. We're gonna listen to Stav anyway. If anyone's curious of what Stav thinks. So Stav, what do you think would be a good Mirage actor?
I think those are both really good ones. I tried to stay away from like the main title actors because
Smart.
if they're in, but I do have a couple because this was really freaking hard when I was going through the entire thing. So,
I'm curious to what you got.
for Mirage, I did want to kind of go. I know he's kind of like a comedian. He's a bamboozler.
Yeah.
I went with the crazy curly hair kind of approach here. That was my mindset the entire time. Obviously, a good-looking dude. And the person I have is Kit Harington, Jon Snow from Game of Thrones.
Ooh.
He's got the curls going. I think he can, be that kind of heartthrob that could be the lead in a role. But I also think that he could probably be really, really funny at the same time too. So I went Kit Harington, Jon Snow.
I think Jon Snow's good because I feel like he's a versatile enough of an actor to play that role where he can just kind of dominate anything.
Mirage was hard because he's like the face of Apex somehow, and they finally made him usable in the video game by giving him a crazy buff. So that was a tough one. I need to think of kind of like a lead role, and I went Kit Harington there.
Sounds good, man.
Yeah.
I like that.
Somebody in chat said Bradley Cooper. I'm kind of for that. I'm kind of with that.
There's a couple other roles that Bradley Cooper might be able to play.
Fair. All right.
But Bradley Cooper is just a great actor all around. He could play all these roles.
True. I'm gonna throw a curveball on you guys. I'm gonna go with a robot, and we're gonna go with Pathfinder. Who did you guys pick for Pathfinder? Is it gonna be a voice actor?
Yeah, it's got to be a voice actor, right? Daggy, we'll go back and forth. I'll start off with this one.
But then you could say Bradley Cooper because he also did a pretty darn good job in voice acting.
Yeah, Guardians of the Galaxy. So I have a bunch of really good ones for this because it's a voice actor. I think we can kind of spread this one across. I'm going to throw 4 at you. I'm sorry. I'm throwing 4 at you.
Damn, at least Danks give us 2. Why are you giving us 4?
This is the only one I have more than one person. So
fair.
Chris Pratt.
Nice.
Okay.
Super funny.
I would like that, actually.
I like that.
Jason Bateman.
Okay.
I like that.
Ryan Reynolds, who I think you could plug for any really corny, like really funny one, like because he's really funny. And Stavi Buckets. What do you guys think about that? My breakout role as Pathfinder. What do you think?
I think there's something there. But there's certainly something there.
I think there's something. All right. I love it.
I wouldn't say that is a nothing idea. I'd say that there's something there. 100%.
I think that's my breakout role.
Yeah, I can see it. I like it. Yeah.
Thank you.
Shut up, Stav. I like it, man.
Who do you got, Danky? I want to know.
For Pathfinder, I see. I wasn't even thinking like voice actor. I was thinking like, so he's got his like his morph suit on, his green morph suit, right? So
okay.
So he's an animated kind of guy, like pretty chippy, like can make some jokes. I went with Jim Carrey for my Pathfinder.
Good
so
one.
I think he could be like an animated, like bring that like positive, upbeat energy to Pathfinder. So I went Jim Carrey.
I didn't take that. That's a good one.
Yeah. I think what's interesting about these top tier actors as well, actors and actresses, they can be just about anyone that they can put their mind to. I feel like they're just so good. They could, but you put up a lot of good points there. So good job, Danks. I'm proud of you.
Thanks. Also, let me preface everyone I'm about to say. My Netflix show, like the budget is like $1 billion. We got some big names.
Big facts. Big facts.
Some big names in here.
Alrighty. So the next one, I'm gonna go with Wraith. Who do you guys have for Wraith? Let's start off with Danks, and then we'll move to Stavi.
Okay, I had to think about this one for a minute, but I think I got somebody who would fit Wraith well. So I went with Kristen Ritter, and she's the actress that plays Jessica Jones because she's like kind of gritty, and like I think she does a good job in Jessica Jones of being like serious, like Wraith is. And like pretty like to the point, and also like appearance wise, like Kristen Ritter like has that Wraith look.
Nice, very nice. Because I think what makes it so interesting is because we know the background of Wraith. There's like great videos on her. I feel like that character specifically has to be so strong because a lot of people know Wraith's background. Stav, I saw a little like flinch in you. I have a weird feeling you had something similar or maybe the same one.
No, she's really good though. I think she's a great actress.
Yeah.
I loved her on Breaking Bad. I actually couldn't buy into her as the lead in Jessica Jones, but when she was with the other people from the Marvel shows, when they collabed all of them together, she was great. She definitely could fit that Wraith role. That's a really good one, Denki.
Thanks, Stabby.
I have Natalie Portman down for this one, and here's why.
Okay. Okay.
Have you seen V for Vendetta?
A while ago.
Yeah,
she crushes the shaved head. So I'm just picturing Wraith with the shaved head, and Natalie Portman already crushed the role with the shaved head.
You're a big hair guy when it comes to matching these people up.
I envision Wraith with the shaved head. I don't envision it with the hair and everything. So the shaved head Wraith, it just immediately made me think of Natalie Portman from V for Vendetta. I think Rita might be a good one. She loves doing Netflix. She did all the Marvel things and stuff. So I went Natalie Portman strictly based off the shaved head.
That's big buckets. I like that.
Again, my budget for this is pretty high as well.
Yeah,
so.
it's high.
I think everybody has. Yeah, I think everybody has that same mentality. You can't cheap this. You got to go all out.
You have to go all in.
Mm-hmm. Anything else we want to say, Wraith, or we're good to move on for the next?
Good. I got one for every person after this. So.
Okay. So
yeah, I got one as well.
Okay, cool. So I'm glad we banged that out. I don't know how that happened, but we did that. I have somebody very specific in mind, and I'm going to be very surprised if you guys have something different than I do. Gibby. Who do you guys got? Let's start off with Danks.
So, man, I had to really think about this one, but I mean, I think the clear-cut, obvious choice would have to be Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson.
That's what I had in mind.
I had that and removed it. I removed it.
I think it was almost too obvious, but like I as I was thinking of it, I was like, there's a lot of people. I was like, some of my suggestions aren't going to be as good as others. I'm going to have to go with The Rock for Gibby.
So you're sticking with The Rock?
I'm going to stick with The Rock.
Okay.
Final answer.
What do you think, Stav? Did you go through a different route?
I did. I had that typed in, but I came up with another guy, and I went Jason Momoa.
Okay.
That's good.
Okay.
That's
very
good.
similar, but I mean, we're in the same ballpark when it comes to it.
I'm glad we had two different things, but obviously I was thinking of The Rock, like strictly The Rock.
The Rock was my first choice as well, but he's probably going to he's going to want a lot of paper.
Yeah. He's in some pretty big films. Alrighty.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Okay. Go. What about? Now let's go with Bangalore. Who do you guys have for Bangalore? Starting with Sir Dank.
So for Bangalore, I got Thandie Newton. So she plays Maeve in Westworld. I think she's a bad bitch, and like she's like super tough with like 6 to 10 Fs on any given scene. Nice. I think Bangalore is kind of a hardo, so like I think she could play a great Bangalore. And like low-key, Bangalore is kind of cute, and like Thandie Newton's like yeah.
Is like a year.
Yeah.
Stabby, who you got, baby?
I went. This is gonna be one of the cheaper actresses or actors and actresses that I pay. You guys seen the show Altered Carbon, the first season?
I'm not.
The Falconer chick from the one that Takeshi falls in love with.
Oh, that's good.
Super tough, super badass. Her name is Renee Ellis Goldsberry. She slaps. She's wicked tough. She like runs like a I don't even know what to call it, but it's like kind of like a fighting cult against like all the industries out there. So she's super tough, which fits Bangalore's kind of background personality. Pretty cute as well. But I just thought she'd be really good, tough fit for the Bangalore scene.
Yeah, I think it's really good, Uncle Stop 21.
Thank you, Danky 22.
Going back to Gibby, Deuces said Rikishi. That's brilliant. That is brilliant.
The old wrestler?
Yeah.
That'd be a pretty good one.
All right. Let us now go into Bloodhound. Who do you guys have for Bloodhound? Starting with Danky.
All right, so I was thinking like Bloodhound.
This is a tough one.
Bloodhound's like a hunter. I mean, you don't really know who he is. I mean, he wears the mask. We kind of saw in the trailer for the Bloodhound trials.
Time out. So this is why it's tough. There's no
Okay.
no sex given for Bloodhound.
Okay,
Yeah.
I thought Bloodhound was a female.
Yeah, it's neither a he nor a she. I think
Just a high-pitched voice is all we know.
they are gender fluid, non-binary.
Oh, okay,
Yeah,
that makes
yeah.
sense. Gotcha.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. So this is actually really interesting then. Who would be a good person to fit that?
I didn't come up with a non-binary person, but I came up with Liam Neeson. All right,
Oh.
and hear me out.
Dude, that dude
Hear me
hunts like a
out.
boss.
Wait,
The
what?
dude is a hunter, right? I mean, like, you take his wife, you take his daughter, like, he's gonna find you. And Bloodhound's a tracker. I mean, like, it's in his blood, literally. So I went Liam Neeson because, I mean, you never really see their face, so it doesn't matter. But I
Okay.
think Liam Neeson's could play that role well.
Wow. Okay. Wow. Okay. I'm just gonna go over to Stav and Stav. What do you have?
So I will agree. Bloodhound is a little. It's very tough because Bloodhound was originally binary or whatever it is with no sex, right? But then Bloodhound's trailer came out when it made the impression that it was a female,
Mm-hmm.
which is tough because her Bloodhound's background story is there's no one way or the other. But I have an unbelievable one for this, and Maisie Williams from Game of Thrones, Arya Stark, just going around dominating people, wicked sneaky, scanning everything else with the multiple faces and stuff. Tough. I was more excited for this one than Eddie. I was so excited to say Maisie Williams for this one.
I think that's
top 21. Nice.
Two completely different people that we have here, and I kind of love that out of this.
I mean, Liam Neeson, like you
what
said,
a curveball!
Like, you steal anything, like he's coming after you, and you're not going to survive.
That's kind of fire. Not gonna lie. Wow. Okay. All right. Let's move along. Let's go with Caustic. Who do you guys have for Caustic? Again, starting with Danks.
All right. I mean, some of these are tough, man. Right? So, imagine this. It's an actor we all know, we love. He started out in sitcoms, moved on to a more serious role. He's put on some weight now. He's kind of played that evil guy while having, evil but also good that you kind of love but you kind of hate. I went with Bryan Cranston because he played, just like he was able to be such a like you love to see the bad guy doing good things in Breaking Bad. And I mean, he kind of was like, he was a chemist.
I like that a lot.
Breaking Bad. And I feel like he puts on some weight, right? He could really morph into this Caustic role.
Good for you. That was a good one.
Yeah, good job. You just smoked everybody in the history of the world.
Somebody in chat said Jonah Hill for Caustic.
Breaking Bad's like my favorite show of all time, and Walter White is like my favorite fictional character ever. And I never even thought about that. I was strictly going off size on my thing. Like Caustic's a big dude.
Yeah, he's a big boy.
And like you need to kind of have like a dark side to you a little bit. Damn, Cranston kills it. I went Joel Kinnaman. First season of Altered Carbon. He's in Suicide Squad. Wicked tough, huge dude. Just like I think he's just a great actor. I think he could really jive into that role. But after Bryan Cranston, I kind of don't even want to say it.
That was really good, Danks. I like that one a lot.
Thanks, Stav. Yours was good too. Oh, thanks, guys. I appreciate it.
This was good too, dude. Yours was good too.
Yours was good, but like Danks was better,
I was going size.
No, I feel you. I feel it's hard because you want to be like, who does this character embody? Like, what do they look like? I went for a combination of the two.
I like that. I love the two different things too.
Dude, that's fine.
You guys, you could tell that like you guys really thought about this and two completely different things. What still in the same ballpark in a way, but this is good. Good job, guys. Good job.
Thanks, Menders.
Next one, Crypto. Korean dude. Who do you guys got? Danks, starting off with you.
Crypto's a pretty tough guy. He's been through some shit. And
Yeah,
I went with the actor who plays Glenn from The Walking Dead, Steven
that's
Yeun.
good. Nice.
I think look-wise, pretty similar. I think Glenn from The Walking Dead, is a pretty tough guy, seen some stuff, and I feel like he would be a good fit for Crypto in the Netflix series that we're producing.
Nice. I like that a lot. Stavi, who you got?
I went Sun Kang. He's from the Fast and Furious series. He's the one in Tokyo Drift, and then he kind of got a bigger role in the more recent ones.
That's a good one too.
He watched Gal Gadot die in one of them, so like he's definitely seen some stuff. He's been there.
Did they bring him back to life in that series, or they plan on to?
Gal Gadot?
No. There, bud. Keep going to what you're saying.
I think he's just really good. Tokyo Drift, he crushed it, and he's just kind of like suspicious. So I thought he was a really good person that could fill the Asian persona in it.
I love that. Two very good ones. Good job, guys. You guys
Thanks, Menders.
Found it.
Didn't even give me the fist bump. Boom, there it is. Thank you.
Lifeline. Who do you guys have for Lifeline? Very unique character. Thank you. Who you got?
She finding a bitch as in a tit, stick in the hips, every player wanna hit. Halle Berry, Halle Berry, Halle Berry, Halle Berry. I went with Halle Berry. If you couldn't tell from the song.
Yeah.
I think she needs a comeback role, and I think the Apex series
is it
on Netflix that we are producing 100%.
It's interesting you say Halle Berry. I had Halle Berry as an option for Bangalore.
I was thinking Bangalore as well.
With the shaved head on the side, like pretty tough. Like in Flintstones, she was pretty tough.
Yeah,
so
tough.
I went Zendaya.
Ooh.
She does it for me. I love Zendaya. Like her in the Greatest Showman with Zac Efron. Just like she kills it. She does a great job.
I like that.
I love her a lot.
What's
up if you hear this?
Stabby buckets. All right, on to the next one. Watson. Got the electric going on. I don't know if that was in the thought process when you guys picked this. Who you got, Danks?
So I went with a French actress, Melanie Laurent. She is in Inglourious Bastards. She is Shoshana. But, I mean, since Watson's has a French accent, is French, I went with a French actress. She's tough. She's super tough in Inglourious Bastards. And I think she would make a great Watson. Allons-y.
That's a good one.
That was a good one. Stavi, what you got?
I went Emilia Clarke, Game of Thrones, Terminator. The Terminator was kind of like the electric thing because like Terminators are tough and they come back from when like the Terminator comes in, it's just like all electricity and stuff. So Emilia Clarke, dude, she crushes it. Watson was the hardest one because I was like, you don't really know too much about Watson's like background or anything like that. She just likes to play with light bulbs and like electricity, and I don't know. That was a tough one, so I just went like a blonde actress that.
I still think that's a good one.
Tough, kind of. So.
All right. Okay, so far pretty good. Now here's an interesting one that I'm kind of curious of what you guys picked. Revenant. Who did you guys pick for that guy?
We have Revenant, Octane, and Loba left.
I'm saving Loba for last because she is a new character. So yeah, those three are left. So Danks, who you got?
All right. So for Revenant, I kind of imagine this person, has played some interesting roles before. I was originally thinking the actor who played Voldemort. I thought that could be someone who would be good. But then I was thinking more, and I was like, Revenant doesn't speak much, but when he does, it's pretty evil. So I went with Richard Brake, who's the actor who plays the Night King in Game of Thrones.
Nice.
Tough.
That is tough.
Way to steal my Game of Thrones thing, but yeah, cool, man.
You could tell like which shows you guys favor because like Danks mentioned Westworld a lot, and then
you could get Game of Thrones. You can get an actor from Game of Thrones just about for all these roles here.
That's so true. I almost said Stabby. Who you got?
I went big actor here. I wanted someone who was powerful, so when you hear his voice, like Dank said, Revenant doesn't say a lot, but like when he talks, like he means business.
Very demanding.
I went Russell Crowe.
Okay.
I don't know why, but like a deep, dark kind of voice, just like stay away from me. Like if Russell Crowe says that to you, like, dude, you're staying away from Russell Crowe. So I don't know why I came up with Crowe there.
I like it,
but yeah, that's what I went with.
Nice. Nice.
Cheers.
So we're gonna go with Octane, and then we're gonna end it with Loba. So, who do you guys have for Octane? Gotta be super fast. Gotta have some witty things to say. I'm curious to what you guys think.
So for Octane, I went with Michael Pena, who plays he's an End of Watch and in Narcos. I thought he was, a fitting guy, both like looks wise and has like that witty banter that Octane has. But I think he could make, a solid Octane. He might have to slim down a little bit, but like I feel like he could fit the role.
Maybe chop the legs or just CGI them.
Yeah, one of the two.
I love Pena, dude. I think he's a really good actor. I first fell in love with him when Crash, and he was like the locksmith in it. Like he's a really, really good actor. I think he could take any role as well. I went Pena as well. No, I'm just kidding. Imagine. I went Ben Foster. Ben Foster is always like the supportive actor, kind of the same as Pena. Pena is always the number 2 guy in a lot of movies. Foster was in 3:10 to Yuma, Alpha Dog, 30 Days of Night. He's small, really skinny already, and I feel like he would fit the role of Octane, just being like crazy. Because in Alpha Dog he was nuts. Like, so I went Ben Foster. I love Ben Foster. I think he's one of my favorite actors. He was in what was the Mark Wahlberg with the 4 Lone Survivor?
Oh,
like he got messed up in that one too, and was like really good in that one. So. I think he fits a lot of roles.
Nice. And now, well, we all been waiting for what I've been waiting for is Lobe. Who do you guys?
For everything. This is what started everything because they asked you.
This is what started everything.
Are you? I bet.
Because the person that was said in your chat, I think we can all agree on would probably be the best. And I was wondering if you were still going with that one or not.
Yeah, I mean, I know that J-Lo and Shakira were both brought up in my chat. I think J-Lo originally, and then after seeing the halftime show at the Super Bowl, I settled on Shakira because her hips don't lie, and I think if we, everybody in the Apex community can agree that Loba's hips also do not lie. But if they do, I want to know their secret.
Wow, Stav, who you got? Did you go with? Oh God.
I did not go the J-Lo Shakira factor.
Okay, I like that.
I think J-Lo is a terrible actress, so I'm sorry, I just couldn't do it. Even though it would definitely fit, and the halftime show was awesome. I'm most excited for this one. Ana de Armas. She is now dating Ben Affleck. She's in the new James Bond movie coming up. She's from Cuba. She's she's wicked talented in multiple levels, looks and as an actress as well. she kills it, man. She does it right. She's wicked fine, and you're to all that.
I'm gonna give that a yeah.
And De Armas.
What does this turn into? Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I think
Yeah.
I think that's all of them, right? That's all the characters.
That
we
is.
got.
I think we touched on everyone.
Nice.
You want to? I want to throw a curveball because I love throwing curveball, and I love throwing a huge curveball at Stabby Pants. Okay, I can't remember the dude. Oh, okay. Forge. I know he's not a player, but I still think we could possibly tie him into the show. Maybe we could come up together. Something just popped up in my head. I was thinking of Wolverine dude. I think that could be up there for him. What do you guys think?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Wolverine dude. Or Mendy.
Well, what about like a jacked John Goodman?
A Jack John Goodman. That's tough.
That is tough.
What do you think, Stav? Oh, wow. I stumped him. Yvonne said John Cena.
Yeah,
That's a good one.
We know like nothing about, like, give me like Stone Cold or something. Like it has to be a wrestler or someone that's super huge, tanked. So Stav or Stone Cold, something like that.
That's all I got. That's the only curveball I wanted to throw in. I think
you got Mendy. Let's throw a curveball at you. How about any of the characters that we just named there?
Yeah, let's just take another 30-minute timeout break here on that.
That was fun though. Like I really think they need to come up with this because whether you're a big name or low name actor, actress, I think it would be a slapping series. And this is one of those things I think could help Apex. If they came out with a Netflix series, I think that would really drive people to watch the Netflix series 1 and then go over and play Apex itself and kind of connect the movie to the people out there. I think that'd be a really cool thing Apex could do.
It'd be tough.
It would be tough. But Mendy, thank you for dominating that. You did a really good job narrating. Shawnee, great picks.
Yeah, you guys did a
You
good job on your research.
You did an awesome job, man.
That was fun. I hope the people watching had fun too, because there's a lot of people, and it was hard getting some people. Like the Watson one to me was very hard. Caustic and Gibby. Gibby was pretty easy. You kind of want to do like a Samoan kind of theme person, but there was a couple tough ones in there, and that was fun. I had fun.
Nice.
I had fun
Me too.
Nice. Before we wrap it up, we have one question, and we want to get this out there before we wrap it up. Comes from the community. Comes from Scooter. This one's towards Danks. And this is something that you've been doing actually since the last podcast. You've been playing with some pretty cool people out there, Danky, I would say. So Scoot wants to know. He goes, how did you link up with Twitch partners so far in the Den Dangler and play Apex games with them?
Oh man, that's a good question. So far, I met him on Instagram actually when I first started playing Apex, and I got on Instagram, and he and I hit it off, and I don't know. I just started talking. I just DM'd him on Instagram, and I was like, "Yo, like we should run it together sometimes." And I think maybe Shots at the time had played with him or knew about him, and maybe Lambosis Jones as well. Happy birthday here. And that's how I got in with him. And then we just kind of we vibed, like we both brought, like positivity. We were working on like rage about the game, like we were just gonna have fun. And so we've just kind of maintained that relationship as he's blown up. And so we've been able to play. And then the Dan Dangler, she actually came into my stream like maybe like six or seven, maybe 8 months ago. And she was like, wow, like you have like a great personality. Like you're so handsome. Oh my God, I love you. And I was like, you for real? And she's like, nah, but you're pretty goated at the game. I was like, thank you. And we hit it off. And she was like, I play Apex too. I thought she was a guy at first. I was like, the Dan Dangler. I was like, oh, whatever. And she's like, we should play together sometime. I was like, yeah, maybe. But then we linked up on Instagram. We started talking. She was getting into streaming at the time and wanted to stream more. And so we just communicated via Instagram, and we ended up, playing together. Like she started to blow up on Twitch and has since, gotten partnered. Same with So Far. And, I just kind of maintain those relationships by, talking to them, not daily, but, every few days we just keep in touch. Then I'll play PC games with Danielle, and I'll play, PS4 games with SoFar. And it's been great. I mean, they've definitely gave me a boost to my own channel, and I love playing games with them. They're both awesome people. And just so happens that we all, kind of vibe together. So it's good.
I love when you play with SoFar.
Mm.
Because like SoFar is unbelievable at freaking Apex. Like it's crazy. You had a 6K damage game when you were playing with them earlier, right?
Yeah,
And,
it's
like,
insane.
Wow.
Yeah, that's like my entire night, like 20 games getting 6K damage in total. So he's just like stupid good at the game. But I love it, and you deserve to play with like people like that because the love that Danielle and SoFar both have for you and the return is huge. And I said this at the beginning. I'm going to say it again as we wrap up. Danky, you're crushing it, man. You kill it.
Thank you.
Keep grinding, bro.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you, Uncle Stav.
It's been a pleasure getting to know you over these past couple months. And cheers to continue to chatting and hanging in there and gaming together. So you're cheers to that.
Big ears to that, my guy.
That's all I got tonight. You love to freaking see it. Danky, thank you so much for coming.
Thank you so much for having me.
If you want to give any shout outs, please feel free to give some shout outs. It's your time to shine, my dude.
Yeah, I'm, if you guys want to follow me on any of my socials, stream on Twitch almost daily at twitch.tv/IHaveTheDanks, all one word. And then all my socials, YouTube, Instagram, Twitter, TikTok, Clutch, everything. I have the Danks, all one word.
OnlyFans.
Stop.
OnlyFans the only thing with OnlyFans is it's at I Have the Wanks. It's a slightly different content. Other than that, no. I'd like to give a big shout out to my main man, Lambosis Jones, on his birthday.
Big cheers. Let's get some happy birthdays to Lambo in chat.
Happy birthday.
All right, Mendy, you got any shout outs that you want to give?
Shout out to, the years as usual. I want to make sure everybody washes their hands and stay healthy, stay hydrated. Thank you so much for being on this beautiful podcast. Stav, thank you for being you. Everybody that's in chat right now, it's nuts. It's crazy. It's crazy how we started from like a phone call essentially to a full blown live stream. So
It is nuts.
we do this every Sunday. We try to post it on the YouTube and stuff. So big appreciation for everybody tuning in and hanging out with us. Much love to that.
Much love to all the viewers, everybody out there. Big shout out to Danks and Jules for making me shave my head. Big pogs up in chat. You love to see it. Skull wraps and slides only. Vibes is the way of life. You love to see it. Everybody who's watching right now and listening, thank you guys so much for hanging in there and enjoying the night. We were vibing. We were killing it. Thank you, Shawnee, for coming out. Thank you, Mendy, for being there and producing everything the entire time. You effing kill it. Everybody in chat, I love you guys so much. Thank you guys so much for putting it together. GGR, follow us out there. Stavy Buckets, Mendy, Danky Buckets. We out. Stay tuned, though. We have a special coming up in just a few minutes. Thank you for playing. Thank you for downloading. Stavy Buckets out.
Out, guys.